first black church ever to cooperate with the Southern Baptist Convention start here in Anchorage. To give you a little background of the whole thing, I'll politic a little bit. Most people know, of course, that William Seward, who was in the cabinet of our Civil War president, way back during the days of the Civil War, bought Alaska from the Tsar of Russia. He gave $7,200,000 for it, and Abraham Lincoln agreed to that. But the United States Congress thought it was a very foolish thing for Seward to buy Alaska. They called it Seward's Folly, Seward's Icebox. Said it'd never be worth anything. It wasn't anything but a handful of Eskimos and Indians up here, and it was all a big iceberg anyhow. And they never realized, of course, the vastness of Alaska. They never realized the importance of Alaska. They never realized the great natural resources in Alaska, which just goes to show you that Congress don't always know what's right and what's wrong, what's good and what's bad. They get so involved in politics that they have no concept of good economics. I think maybe that's one of their problems this day and age, if I can politic just a little bit. Anyhow, the Russians had the United States to agree to one thing when they purchased Alaska, and that is that there would never be any discrimination against the Eskimos and the Indians and the Aleuts, that the native people of Alaska would have the same privileges and the same opportunities for a good life as anybody else who would come up here or who would live here. And there's never been any discrimination in Alaska. I remember when I first came up here to Alaska, of course we had the native people, we had Eskimos and Indians. Here in Anchorage we had them scattered out around Alaska. We had some black people here. And a little later, when our boys began to come home and Elmendorf Air Force Base and Fort Richardson began to be large military bases, and there was a great military presence here in Alaska and here in Anchorage. They had married Japanese and Koreans and South Vietnamese. They had married Germans and French and Italians. And then a lot of these people came over here looking for a new way of life. And we discovered here near these large military bases that we had folks from everywhere. And they came to church. We had in the First Baptist Church in Anchorage, as the church grew, we had Indians, we had Eskimos, we had black people, we had folks from nearly every corner of the globe who had come here. And there was no discrimination anywhere of any kind. There never has been in Alaska. All the people are alike as far as opportunities are concerned. There was no segregation of any kind. The blacks and Eskimos and Indians and everybody else, regardless of what their nationality was, could go into any cafe, they could go into any church and worship with people. They were free to go where they pleased. We just didn't have any official discrimination. There might have been a few individuals from time to time who had a little discrimination in their heart, but it wasn't very obvious here in Alaska. The result was we had all kinds of people. After a period of time in the First Baptist Church, I remember on one occasion a lady called me on the telephone. She had come up here with her husband in the military. She said, I noticed some black people in your church yesterday. We came to your church. She said, do they usually come? I said, yes, we have black folks come to our church all the time. She said, what would you do if they wanted to join the church? I said, they would be received just like anybody else who wanted to join the church. She said, well, I guess we'd better look for another church then. I said, if that's the way you feel, I guess you should look for another church too, because we love all the people, just like God loves all the people. And we will accept anybody in our fellowship who wants to be a member, as long as they come trusting the Lord and following the Lord in baptism. They can be a member of the First Baptist Church in Anchorage. Actually, down through the years, we had one black man who taught a young men's Sunday school class in our church. He sung in the choir. We've had a number of them through the years who would sing in our choir and attend our church.